musicians have happened by accident. And that is kind of how this event occurred. Last year, of course, with COVID, we had to do our concerts a little differently. And we had our fall concert canceled, our December concert postponed to the first week of February. And I was talking to Mr. Heyer, we're always trying to find ways of breaking that, getting that transition between middle school and high school. I'm like, what can we do to get the high school kids and the middle school kids together? And he says, you know, I'm gonna have the symphony play on the night 8th grade plays. I thought, all right, that's a great idea. We got a ton of great feedback, and we got tons of great emails. Lots of parents said, this was a great idea. It just felt like a private concert just for us, and it was really awesome. It was a really great night. And then this year we thought, well, symphony's kind of big. We can't have the 8th graders play with the symphony, but if we bring the high school chamber strings, we can do a side-by-side. So that's what we're doing tonight. So the high school chamber strings, they are sitting among us, and they are the top in their section in symphony orchestra at the high school, which is an audition group. Mr. Harder will talk a little bit more about the high school program later. So we're going to play a few songs for you tonight with them playing with us. And then the chamber strings are going to entertain you at the end of the concert at our portion with some of the stuff that they're taking in the state contest. So Mr. Heyer is going to conduct the first piece. So here is Mr. Heyer and Contra Dance.
Good evening, thanks for being here. We also used to do a side-by-side in late May with chamber strings in the 8th grade, like right before school was out, and we realized that wasn't really a good timing. So we thought we'd back it up. So this is not exactly a new thing, but the timing is new, being in February like this. So we're really excited to be here. So our first piece is called Contra Dance.
Mr. Heyer, microphone.
Hello, my name is Greg Sismus and I play the violin. A contra dance was a popular English country dance that gained popularity in France during the late 18th century. The dance was performed by 2 or more couples facing each other, executing a variety of steps and motions. The music consisted of 8 measure phases that would repeat themselves several times. This song is a quick, light, and contains a variety of dynamic changes. Please enjoy contra dance. Thank you.
rudiments of the medieval era. The piece begins with a fanfare-like melody depicting the procession of knights into the arena. In the middle section, the battle begins with the two knights being represented, one by the high strings and one by the low strings, as the music moves in contrary motion. The driving eighth notes, minor key, and unexpected accents contribute to the excitement and energy. Who will be the winner of this jousting contest? The violins and violas or the cellos and basses? It's up to you to decide. Please enjoy Joust, composed by Richard Mayer.
All right, while they're switching seats, I'll take a little bit of a moment to talk about the high school orchestras that your student will have the opportunity to be in. From what I understand, high school guidance counselors have started the scheduling process with grades 8 through 11. I think at the high school, the scheduling portal opens next Monday. It's probably a little different with 8th graders. They don't have as many options because there's classes they must take as freshmen. But I stopped in last week, or 2 weeks ago. I took some of the high school students with me. We talked about the high school orchestra program. So the orchestra that all of the 8th graders would sign up to be in would be the freshman orchestra. The freshman orchestra is all of our freshmen, so all of these students would be in one ensemble. It happens to be the last period of the day, 8th period. Later on, I'm going to be passing out audition excerpts for those students that might be interested in auditioning to be in the symphony orchestra. The symphony orchestra is an honors level orchestra, meaning the students who are in that group receive an honors credit. It's a weighted GPA. And it consists of a full symphony, which means we have all the string sections. We also have woodwinds, brass, and percussion. You will have the opportunity to hear the symphony at the All-City Orchestra Festival because they'll be performing the same night as the 8th graders. Some of you probably remember hearing them, the 5th grade beginning band and orchestra night. That was the symphony orchestra. Anyhow, I'll pass out audition excerpts to the students if they can work on and prepare. And then I will hold auditions and probably late March, early April, somewhere in that time frame. And then once we're finished with the entire audition process, that means all string players, woodwind, brass, and percussion, I will post a list of next year's symphony orchestra and submit that list to the high school guidance counselors who automatically change the student's schedule from freshman orchestra to symphony orchestra. We do have a couple of players that make symphony orchestra and choose to also be in the freshman orchestra. They're in 2 groups. Really cool part about high school is a student can be in more than one music ensemble. In fact, we have a lot of students who are in 3 ensembles. We have students who are in multiple orchestras. We have students who are in orchestra, band, and choir, all 3. So that's really fun about the schedule here. It's very flexible. Over 4 years, students can do all kinds of stuff. But we certainly hope that orchestra stays a part of their music education. We have an awesome orchestra program. Our students are amazing. The chamber strings that are sitting up here, several of them are in all-state orchestra. In fact, tomorrow they will be leaving. Beat the weather. They will be at the Cleveland Convention Center where they will meet with the all-state orchestra, the entire orchestra, the guest conductor. They'll be performing Friday at 2 o'clock in one of the ballrooms at the Convention Center, which means they represent some of the best high school players in the state of Ohio, sitting right here on this stage with them. So we're really, really excited about our program and everything that we have to offer. You'll hear a little bit more about it at the All-City Festival, and if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. So without further ado, we'll bring Ms. Taylor back out for our next selection.
Hello. Hello. Hello, my name is Enon, and I play the violin. Night Shift is an original work, also composed by Richard Meyer. We use this song as a teaching piece to learn how to shift. Shifting means we change the position of our left hand on the fingerboard, so we can play higher notes on that particular string. Shifting higher on a string can also help us avoid awkward crossings between strings in order to play those same notes, thus making the music easier to play. While you may not notice the technique we use to execute this piece, you are sure to enjoy the driving rhythms and melodies. Here is Night Shift.
Since that's the last piece that I'm conducting for this evening, I just want to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Heyer and all of the chamber strings for being here with us today. I know that was an extra gig on your calendar, but we really do appreciate this opportunity to play with you. It's also good for me, a little misty-eyed moment to see some of these kiddos that I taught just maybe 2-3 years ago, and here they are in chamber strings, best of the best. So thank you again for this opportunity, and here's Mr. Heyer with our last piece, our finale, Red Pepper.
Hello, my name is Olivia and I play the viola. Our final selection this evening is entitled Red Pepper. This fiddle-sounding piece is inspired by Cajun or Zydeco music. Two Zydeco folk tunes are used as the main themes with each section of the orchestra getting the chance to play the melody. Thank you for attending our concert this evening, and a special thank you to Mr. Heyer and the Strongsville High School Chamber Strings for playing alongside us and for performing your own selections for us tonight. 8th Grade Orchestra will be seeing you all again at the Strongsville All-City Orchestra Concert on Thursday, March 17th. Once again, thank you for coming. Please enjoy Red Pepper.
All right, parents out there. I might seem old, but you'll get this. I keep wanting to call this the Red Hot Chili Peppers. All right, so I told the kids, I said, no, not the 90s thing. And they're looking at me like, what? I'm like, ask your parents.